Welcome to my apiary. It's Sunday, June 18th, 2023. And as you know, you move bees in the morning. So I'm here at my outyard, and I've just unloaded my little tractor. You can hear it running over here. I've got a load of equipment here that I decided to prepare for my outyard, and so I had to bring my little tractor to sort of set this off. And I get here, and no sooner do I get here, but this crazy person shows up with a trailer load of bees. And that's not a Manitoba license plate. And so these bees are courtesy of none other than Old McNally.
Hello, everyone. Lots of people have been asking, where are the bees going? Where are the bees going?
My outyard, that's where they're going. Well, you know, Ringo Starr, I get by with a little help from my friends, and I'm glad some of my friends are kind of crazy because it sure helps out. I don't know what to say.
Hopefully they'll bring you some honey.
I'm sure they will. You look at this place, isn't this beautiful?
Oh, it is gorgeous.
It's right full of sweet clover and all kinds of different kinds of clover in here, and we've got the marsh just a half a mile over there.
And
all
I think
kinds
it's
of beautiful stuff.
Pretty good timing too.
We're just starting.
What I've seen come over here, so your flow is probably just starting to pick up. So.
Yeah, we're just starting. Just starting with the clovers and the wildflowers and stuff. Canola and stuff isn't on yet. I looked around the neighborhood. There's no canola around here. There's some beans a little ways away, but they don't give me anything. I'm thankful for that. That's not the kind of nectar I'm looking for. But anyway, we got to unload this stuff. These bees have been on this trailer a while. Since, 6 o'clock or something you left?
Yeah, actually they've been on there for a little over 24 hours now, so.
Oh, okay. But you had them like sitting in the shade or something?
Absolutely, yeah. They were in the bee barn there for the first night in the dark and with the air conditioning on. So
right, yeah.
This should, as you can see, they're chomping at the bit.
Yeah, they're ready to go. So when it comes time to take the screens off, I'll meet you at my place, okay? So you can do that. I'm not doing that. You can see I'm wearing long pants today because I was expecting. It's actually, it was kind of cool when I headed out this morning, but I wish I'd had shorts now. It's getting warm, so we got to get these girls off of here.
Yeah, get them off here. And the weatherman, you can't trust him at all.
They don't know what the weather was like yesterday half the time.
Well, as you saw when I left Grand Prairie, it was supposed to be overcast and rainy. Clear blue skies, and I think it hit 26 degrees.
Oh!
So, yeah, I couldn't stop. Once I got going with these girls, I couldn't stop. The airflow worked really well the way I got them loaded on here. So.
Good. Well, it's looking good. Okay, we got the tractor primed up. I got to unload these bees, and I guess James can take some video or something while I do so.
You betcha.
Well, James is just taking screens off, and I think they're going to be feisty, so he's all dressed up, smoker going and everything. Don't see him using a lot of smoke, so maybe they're not too bad. So you see a bunch of extra stuff here. There's 40 colonies of bees here. That's 8 more than I normally have, so that'll be, you know, these two and those two. So the row is a little bit longer than it normally is, but I think this area can support it pretty easily. You can see what's going on here. This just started this week. Got birchfoot trefoil. The alfalfa is just gonna start to bloom here. There's purple clover, yellow sweet clover, all kinds of beautiful stuff. And over in the distance here is the marsh, so there's all kinds of wildflowers there. But as I was saying, this equipment, so this is James's nice new equipment. So what we're going to do is we'll let them sit here for a couple days to orient to the area, and then we're going to come in and get my pallets, which are there and there. There's my covers over there. We've got brood chambers here, and because the bees are rather strong, we've got some seconds ready to go right here. So that's going to take us a while. We might want to split that up, because it does take a while to transfer bees. And I don't think we're in any great hurry either to get them transferred. So he's got screens on the feed holes there too. These bees are ready to go. You can see a lot of flight in the distance. These are looking nice, man. I'm gonna let you finish.
That's opening up the fountain every time you open one of these up.
Yeah, spew. Just because I'm too lazy to dress up myself. See, James out-thought me with his pallets. I hadn't come up with this design, and I don't know that James shared it with me, but maybe he did. I wasn't listening, probably. See, he made his back doorstep here. That's probably inch and 3/4 or something, eh, James?
What's that?
The back shim here.
Yeah, I went a little bit wider.
Yeah, and I hadn't figured that out. I started doing that this year. I didn't realize you had, or at least I didn't remember you had. So then that's a nice design. When you go to tip that box up to look underneath, you've got a place for it to sit. There's a place for it to sit in the front here, in the center, and on the side. But the first few years making pallets, see, here's one of my. This is a first gen pallet I built, and then I added the 3/4 inch space to the back of that, just a plywood shim. That's the best I could do. And the second gen, I actually added an inch to the back, which was too much, and you can see I cut it off to make it 3/4 inch. And then the third gen is this shim is the full depth, like what James did. Yeah, so this is a really nice sight for sore eyes. And in case you haven't been following the saga, I'll fill you in what's going on here. I had a pretty bad, I won't say I had a pretty bad winter. I actually didn't have too bad a winter, but my bees contracted a pretty serious nosema infection, and they just kept dying off until, you know, late May. I ended up with about a 75% loss, and I met James a year and a half ago, I guess, eh?
Something like that.
It was in the winter before last season. James wanted to build pallets and lids like this, and being the gentleman he is, he pretty much asked my permission if he could use my plans, and I said absolutely, use my plans. So we got to know each other a little bit. He came in last May 2022, and we visited a bit, and you know, kind of hit it off. We became pretty good friends, and you know, my friendship with James doesn't hinge on getting bees from him, but You know, that's the kind of guy he is. So when James heard that I had a pretty bad year, and you had an exceptionally good year, right?
I am still having an exceptionally good year.
Yeah. So you know, almost one of those situations where, so of course, being a new beekeeper, you don't know. I got one coming around. She's going to get me. You don't know. You don't necessarily have all the equipment in the world. So James is having kind of one of those good problems where he's running out of equipment. His bees are exploding beyond his equipment.
To the point where I have, well, as Ian calls it, the battery. So
Yeah.
I have a battery of nukes at home that will fill these boxes as soon as I get them back home.
Yeah. So he took that opportunity to take that good fortune and box up some of these bees and bring them over to me. And I'm still kind of speechless. He's a little bit nutty, but you know, nutty in a good way. Because it's what was the drive? Was it about 18 hours or something?
Yeah, 18 hours. By the time I stopped for fuel and stuff like that, I'll be honest, I had to stop and take about a 2-hour nap.
I did the math and I thought, sounds like he got maybe 3 hours of sleep. So
yeah, no, I stopped. Well, the agreement and stuff was stop for only fuel in Saskatchewan. So as soon as I got across the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border there, I pulled over and had a couple hours sleep. But no, I'm thrilled that I'm having a good enough season that I can help out, somebody else. And I'm a firm believer that when beekeepers and farmers work together to help each other out, this is the result. So I just
works for everybody. Works for everybody. There's a lot of beekeepers who really live that, and this is one of them right here. This guy, he lives that. I've learned, maybe not till a little bit later in my life, but I've learned that if you truly give, you actually can't give more than you get, because if you truly give, what you get will just keep coming, and you can't stop it. So, if I keep talking about it, I'm going to get emotional, because, yeah, this is so huge. This is so huge.
Well, you got a few bees now.
I got a few bees now. And I wasn't going to fill this out yard this year. It was just going to be one of those years. Well, I won't have bees here. And this makes a beautiful honey here. I mean, the forage that you see is so diverse and so clean. There's not a managed crop going on here. Herbicides and pesticides and all kinds of stuff. It's just hayland and it's marsh. So this makes just gorgeous honey here. And kind of ironically, last winter I went to my landowner to deliver the land rent in the form of a number of kilograms of honey. And just as I was leaving, he said, you come next year. He said, bring more bees, bring more bees. And I thought, well, okay. I bring 32 colonies, and that's 16 pallets. So what that equals to here is right about here. So these are the extra 4 pallets. And the reason I bring 32 colonies is because that's what fits in my trailer, right? And then he said, bring more bees. So I thought, well, I don't know how things are going to turn out. We'll see. And it turned out that we brought more bees. So it was great because I didn't have to question. I wonder if he minds if I bring more bees, because he told me to. So we're all good. We're all good that way.
What a beautiful sight. Well, all 40 of them, looks like they made it all right.
It looks like.
Once they orientate, I'll show you what I did inside. So the frame shouldn't have wobbled or anything like that, because I actually put a piece of wood on top to hold the frames there.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Hopefully we didn't squish any queens.
Yeah.
Some of the roads over here, man, they're rough. So I imagine we did kill a few with some of those bumps. I mean, I slowed right down, but I guess we'll find out here.
Hopefully not. Those are precious. Those are precious. I think we need to probably get you some sleep.
Actually, I'm not too bad right now.
Yeah, you're getting your wind again.
Getting my second wind. I'm playing with bees.
You'll sleep tonight. Well, maybe I'll take you home. I'll feed you breakfast, and then we'll decide what we're going to do.
Heck of a plan.
All right, we got to get that little tractor loaded up, and then we'll get out of here.